Hello! Hear that sound? Time for yums! We have is it Passe? Or Pese? The beautiful country. There's a picture of a dude on a boat. Or, yes, looks like a boat. Looks like Venice. Let's find out where we're going. I don't remember what I guessed. Hello? I would like to open you, please. Thank you. Yes, we are in Italy. Have we been in Italy before? I don't remember. So first of all, yes, Italy. Ta-da! The book fell out. So here's our pretty little card o' goodies, which it may or may not focus on. There we go. No? Yes? We did? We were good? And then we were? We tried. You can't say that we didn't try. So here's our little book of goodies. If you're new here, welcome to Universal Yums. This is where I eat a whole bunch of snacks from different places throughout the world in a tiny box sent to me by, well, none other than Universal Yums. $14 per month. You can get bigger boxes and bigger boxes, but what you want, what you want to get is up to you and how much you want to pay for it and stuff like that. And this sounds familiar down here at this bag of truffle chips. Anywho. So in each box is, we've got our card, which has fun stuff, and then more fun stuff on the back, like puzzles and things, and deciding which yums are the best yums, the worst yums, and the weirdest yums, some of which can be pretty weird. And then inside the booklet we have all kinds of other fun things, such as a little introduction, there are fun facts, etc., and other goodies. The tiny dog stirs. As well as trivia and other fun things. We don't go through all that, I'm just showing it to you in case you're new, which I don't do very often because I forget that some people are just not here for the first time. Anywho, benvenuto in Italia. Welcome to Italy. Italy might not be a particularly big country in the literal sense of the word, but its influence on the world has certainly been great. Without the Italians, we wouldn't have some of the world's finest art, think Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. Creative fashion, who hasn't heard of Gucci and Versace? Overpriced. And important scientific breakthroughs. Hello, Galileo Galilei. Did I pronounce that right? I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. His last name. Anywho. But mostly, we would be missing some of the most incredible food on the planet. We're not just thinking of pizza or spaghetti, even though I'm pretty sure those aren't necessarily straight Italian foods and some sort of other weird mixtures of things, but I might be wrong on the spaghetti at least. We're talking crispy truffle chips, which I believe I've eaten in another video, rich tiramisu cakes, and a sparkling candy, all of which you'll find in this box. Get ready because these small yums are about to make a big impact on your taste buds. All three of those, oddly enough, sound familiar. Like I've eaten them before, perhaps. It depends on if I've been to Italy before. The yum bag is different. Hello, so normally the yum bag, what's that? It asks you if you aren't familiar with the yum bag. You know the phrase, good things come in small packages? The yum bag is that phrase embodied. As we're searching the world each month for the best yums to bring you, we often stumble upon smaller finds that are big on crazy flavor, but small in size. The yum bag is loaded with those discoveries. Inside this bag, there will be some yums that you'll wish there were more of, and others you'll wish we had never found, but that's part of the fun. The yum bag used to be see-through, but now it's fancy. It's like got its own little thing. It's real cute, actually. Crunchy, cool, wild, sweet. Knife cut. Haha. Box cut. Should we do yum bag something first? Let's do one of these little things. I'm kind of full of beef stew, so we'll have this little triangle of joy. This Sorini snack of some kind. It feels like it's probably some sort of chocolate something other. Oh boy, the word. Well, Would you like to? The tiny dog wants to be involved. Want to be involved? Oh no! Oh, it's all gone terribly wrong. Well, you weren't expecting the giant poncho thingy, were you? No, you weren't. I haven't even eaten anything. I mean, okay, granted, I've eaten beef stew, but that's beside the point. Usually, I've already had something, and then you try to lick my face. Hello. Alright, so we're going to have, read with me. I know you can't read, but you can be a part of everything. This is Sorini Gianduiotti. It's hazelnut chocolate. Introducing Italy's pride and joy, originating in northern Italy in a town called, you're jostling this around, you're making it very difficult to read. I'll keep this down so that people can see your crazy face and your attention. You're so needy. Where you go? I don't know what's happening. Anyway, this is northern Italy in a town called Turin. These famous chocolates have been crafted in the exact same way for centuries. Raw hazelnuts from the Piedmont region are ground into a thick paste. Where are you going? A thick paste, then mixed with fresh cocoa and sugar to create a unique and silky confection. Though no one knows who exactly first invented dog why. Sorini. What is happening? Stop. Sit. Can you? This is the struggle that I have with the tiny creature here. He's Mr. Needy Boy and wants to just... Okay. So no one knows exactly who invented this stuff. But there are some things that we know for sure. It first became popular in 1860 when it was named after a character in Italy's Commedia dell'arte, an early form of theater, who represented Piedmont. We also know that 3 key ways to tell if you've got the real stuff. Is it shaped like an upturned boat? I mean, it's a triangle, but I see what you're saying. Check. Is it wrapped in gold foil? Check. Does it have an irresistible nutty aroma? I haven't smelled it yet, so I don't know, but okay, check. It's official. You're in for the authentic Italian treat. Let's eat some. And stop dealing with the Yahoo here. Are you cold? Do you need your sweater? Is that your problem? Here. Here, have some of this. I have a lot of it. Here, just wrap up. Be happy. Alright. I know you can't, I know you like chocolate, even though you're not supposed to. I don't feed him chocolate, by the way. Don't read into that. Don't be thinking I give this one the chocolates. He's a sneaky little bugger and has gotten into shipments of things before, resulting in trips to the vet. You punk. You're rude. You have no concept of personal space or items. I feel like I've eaten this before. It's gonna melt in like 5 seconds upon touching it. It smells like milk chocolate with a hint of, well, I'm sure hazelnut probably. Oh, I thought there was gonna be filling, but that's okay. I'm cool with solid chocolate. Hi there. You can't have any of it. I love you. Smooth. It's very good. And you can taste the hint of the hazelnut in there. So it's nice. It really wants to melt. It's the kind of chocolate you touch it and it's just like, I'm gonna melt all over your fingers. And you're okay with it because you're just gonna lick your fingers later. You don't get to lick anything. How? See, it starts to go. Why don't you look over that way? No one can see your sad face. You're sad, Mommy, why won't you feed me candy face? Because it's bad for you. It's good, by the way. It's very milky. Very lovely. Very delightful. I have 2 in here, so if I wanted to eat another one, I could. I probably will, because it's tasty. I'm looking forward to Italy. I mean, there's like almond cookies and lemon cookies and all kinds of good stuff in here. Where are you going? It's very confusing, dog. Anyway, welcome to Italy. Let's have some truffle chips. And yes, we had truffle chips before. In France, truffle chips. However, these are Alfredo's truffle chips. Potato chips with black truffles. Oh, look at him. He's fancy in his chef's hat. Italy is world-renowned for its pasta, cured meat, and of course wine. But forget all those, we're here to talk about the greatest Italian treasure, truffles. A prized ingredient in fine Italian cuisine, these tiny brown mushrooms grow abundantly across northern and central Italy and provide a complex flavor to even the simplest dishes. Before you can use them, though, you'll need some help finding them. The fickle fungi can only be located underground by specially trained pigs, yes, pigs, or dogs, and their exact whereabouts are closely guarded by hunters. Fortunately, your search has been simplified with these chips, made with real Italian truffles. Once they're gone, you're bound to be hunting for more. How are these not really expensive? Well, maybe not in Italy because you're already in Italy, and it's like, the truffles are right there-ish. Here, however, we don't have truffles here. Not easily accessible, especially not just straight truffles. I'm sure they use, like, maybe this much truffle. I've actually had truffle before. Or no, I've seen them. I've seen real, actual, like, not live, but, you know, truffles. In the grocery store. They were behind, like, a tough plastic case, and you had to find a dude with a key, and they were very expensive, and it's, like, kind of weird. I was just like, huh, there's truffles there. I don't know who's buying those, but okay. It smells like truffles, earthy, plus chips. Kind of hard to describe. It's sort of like one of those things where it's like a little bit of mushroom, but it's got its own unique thing, so you'd have to smell it to really understand. Very strong, earthy thing happening. I think the last batch of truffle chips was like this too. Those are good though. Not a lot of salt on the chips either. You don't want to overpower your truffles with salt. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I would assume it would be. I mean, you know, truffle chips. It does smell nice. Okay, yeah, I mean, I've had them before. They're so good. If you like mushrooms type stuff, and chips, and things, and all that together, get yourself some truffle chips. It's pretty tasty. Cookies! Crisp almond cookies, no less. I was thinking of saving those for later, because there seems like there's a hefty amount in here, ish. I mean, you know, for a snack bag, but then I'm like, I don't care. So this are Amarettini Cookies, crispy almond cookies. Who doesn't love a good love story? Okay? Even if you're not a fan of love stories, you've at least gotta like one that involves cookies! The story of this classic treat starts in 1719 with a young couple living in Saronno. One day, the pair heard that a cardinal from Milan was visiting their church, and they wanted to prepare a special treat for the occasion. The problem was that they didn't have many ingredients on hand on such short notice. This sounds familiar, but okay. They whisked together everything they could find: apricot kernels, sugar, and egg whites, and baked cookies, and then wrapped them in gift paper. When the cardinal tasted their creation, he was so delighted that he gave the couple a blessing for a long and happy union. Not only did the couple remain happily married, but they started a thriving cookie business with their cookie recipe for the cardinal, which they called Amaretti. We hope you enjoyed this little love story. If not, we certainly know you'll enjoy these nutty cookies. Now I'm thinking of a different thing, actually. Oh, it says, look, there's scissors. It says, cut here. I don't have scissors. I have a knife. I have a box cutter. Because I'm a heathen. It's actually not true. My scissors just happen to break. I haven't had them for a while. Ooh, that smell nice. Aw, they're tiny. Very almondy. I guess that's what the heft is from. Look at the little tiny cookie. It's about the size of a quarter, really. Almond. Yeah. Oh. Crunchy. Crispy. No colorings or preservatives, FYI. It's suitable for vegetarians. It tastes like an almond cookie. I don't know what else you want. Really? Sugar, almonds, wheat, flour, cornstarch, apricot kernels, egg white, and natural flavorings. Vegetarians, yes. Vegans, not so much. If you like almonds and you like cookies, here you go. It's your basic almond cookie, really. Not a whole lot to it. Simple, basic. There you go. Right. Who wants
lemon cookies? Yeah!
Tasty. Froletti Al Limone. I'm assuming it's limon. There's an E at the end. I don't know if it's limone or not. Fancy. Lemon cookies. When life gives you lemons is a phrase meant to console people. Honestly, when I think of that now, I just think of Cave Johnson. And if you've ever played Portal 2, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemon. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
But in Italy, when life gives you lemons, you're really, really happy. There, growing the perfect lemon is an art form, starting with the careful cultivation of the land, followed by months and months of endless care. All of the hard work pays off. Not only are Italian lemons prized for their superior flavor, but they also grow an average of 2 or 3 times the size of your ordinary supermarket lemon. Dude, nice. And let's not forget about the country's famed never heard of it, but okay. Cedro Citron variety that grows to the size of a human head. That's a really big lemon, and I feel like with the age of the internet and social media, I should have heard of this. And internet, I'm disappointed in you for not delivering this information to me. But as good as the Italians are at growing lemons, they're even better at cooking with them. Locals use the zesty fruit to bring a unique vibrance to countless dishes and desserts. A perfect example, these lemon Froletti cookies. Given the cookies' crumbly texture and bright citrus flavor, we wouldn't mind if life handed us much more of these. Yes, life. Hand people cookies instead of lemons. Most of the time we don't know what to do with the lemons. Except maybe make a combustible lemon. Aw, they're like little squares. You couldn't really tell that on the picture. They look longer than that. But it's a little square. Okay. Ooh, they smell nice. That's nice. Got that, you know, when you have like a lemon dessert and there's like, you know, sugar and deliciousness and lemon inside? Yeah. Kind of like your basic, not shortbread, I guess, is not quite the word I want, but basic crumbly cookie with lemon flavor. It's not very strong, it's just present. It's just there to, you know, be nice and flavorful and fun. They really do smell good though. Wow. Pretty good. Get yourself some lemon cookies. And then, be lemony and happy. Just took my hair out of a ponytail. Now it's a staticky mess. Moretta Tiramisu. It's squishy. This is the wrong book. Too many things on here. This is Moretta Tiramisu, chocolate-covered cake with coffee and custard. Oh. Tiramisu may be on every Italian restaurant menu, but it hasn't been that way for very long. The layered cake first came about in the 1970s thanks to a man named... it doesn't help that it's divided in two. Carmen Antonio... I think that's supposed to be an I. Yanacone? I don't know. I'm sorry. I tried. Did my best. I'm not very good. By the age of 12, this talented baker finished his pastry chef training and opened a restaurant called... Oh, man. Pia di Grotta in Treviso? His goal, to create a dessert based on the everyday flavors of the region. After spending 2 years perfecting his recipe, he served a pudding-like cake made with espresso, ladyfingers, and rich custard, which he called tiramisu, meaning pick-me-up, since it contained caffeinated coffee. News of his delicate creation spread like wildfire, and soon chefs all over the country were making their own versions or buying his to sell in their shops. By the early 1980s, tiramisu had become a true Italian staple, and now you get to try it for yourself. Between its creamy sweetness and hint of real coffee, this yum will pick you up in more ways than one. I've had a couple of versions of tiramisu before. I've had it in a restaurant. I've had a cheesecake version of it. And call me a heathen if you want, but weirdly enough, the version that I've so far enjoyed the best is the version we sell where I work, at our cafe. I don't remember if Cheesecake Factory makes it or not. Maybe they don't. I don't remember. It's someone that makes it. And it's actually pretty good. It comes like a little cup. Oh, it's like a fancy little Debbie cake. It comes in its own little thingy. And it's got its own little on it. So, let's eat. It smells a little bit like a little Debbie cake. Okay. So I think if this was the kind of Little Debbie cake I got when I was a kid, I'd be more into it. Little Debbie fails against Hostess, by the way. Just gonna say. I'm gonna start some fires with that. Don't really care. Hostess for the win. But this is nice. I like it. The flavor is kind of nice and mild. I think one of the things I wasn't ever a big fan with tiramisu was the simple fact that like the ladyfingers were always like soaked in the coffee and stuff, so it was kind of like, you know, it's always already gooey and kind of on the fence about that. The cake is just nice and it's already ready to rock and roll, you know. Whatever. try to get it focused. I'm terrible. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus for me. But anyway, just I got cake with the thing in the middle, and then the chocolate and the stuff, and it's nice. It makes for a nice little dessert, a little snack. I feel like this is the first time I've gotten something like this. Like a kind of, I don't know, maybe not. I guess I have. I guess I've gotten snack cake like things before. I guess it's just because I don't get it often. It's mostly chips and hard candy, which is fine. This would be, I feel like it's harder to, you know, travel, things like that. But, nice, Italy. I'm a fan. Welcome to another edition of Late Night Snackies with Nicole. It's kind of cold in here. I was just gonna have some hard candy, and then I realized I have lemon pepper cookies. What is this? I ask you. Lemon, pepper together. Oh. Also, 2 lemony things in one box. The gall. I can't think of the word. Anyway. This is Taralli Limone. I never know if the E is pronounced or not. Pepe. Lemon pepper flavored wheat snack. Oh, okay. Walk down a snack aisle in the US and you'll see endless varieties of chips. Walk down a snack aisle in Italy and you'll see endless types of taralli. These crunchy spirals are an Italian go-to, considered by most to be a snacking staple. Made with flour, water, and olive oil, the snack is a mixture between a breadstick, cracker, and pretzel. The simple ingredients allow for a whole lot of experimentation with flavor. When putting together this box, we tried rosemary, coffee, fennel, seed, but nothing compares to this unique one that we've chosen. Bursting with tangy lemon, and so much cracked pepper that they're almost spicy. These snacks prove that taralli are far from simple. Well then, sorry, I've got awkward skirt things happening here. Let's open this up, maybe. Possibly. A little wrestle with it. They got a bit of sheen to them. It crumbles. Huh, interesting. It looks kind of like a tiny bagel. Hold on. Ooh, lemon. It's kind of weird. You can kind of smell lemon, and then like the pepper kind of gets in the way, so it's sort of weird. So it looks like a tiny bagel. Okay. Oh. Interesting texture. It is a weird combination of those things. There's a hint of lemon. It's kind of weird. It's like, it's almost more like I'm not really tasting the lemon, more like I'm eating it and it's in my, like I can smell it, you know? Like when you have that sense of there being a thing, but you're not actually, it's just very strange. There's the pepper. Pepper came in late. This is an interesting thing happening with all the senses. I don't really taste lemon. The pepper came in way later than I expected. But I have lemon in my nose. I don't know how that works, but it's fascinating. They're very good. They're tasty. You would think lemon and pepper wouldn't really go together, but this works out, actually. So I'm pleased with its decision. And black pepper's handy because it's like, it's pepper, so it's kind of like got that bit of bite, but it doesn't really get like hot. Like you could take a drink of whatever and you're like, oh, I'm good again. So, you know, it goes away pretty quick, so you're not worried about getting too roasty toasty. But, okay. I can get behind this this particular snack. Well done, Hulu. I haven't even eaten anything yet, and there's already... Hello! It's not quite late night snackies. You have eye sleepies. What's happening? Don't be gross. Can you not be gross, please? Do your best. Do your best. So let's have some candies. You want some candies? Well, you don't get any candies. I'm sorry. Are you sad about this? Okay. Let's start with orange candies. You want to... Oh, you got me. You got me. You got me. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Weekly fishy. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, candy. Simple candy. Orange candy. Everyone likes orange candy. It's, is this the right side up? Yes. What is this? Aran Seltz. So what is happening over here? He doesn't want to be up here, but he's okay with, you know, just goofing around. Aran Seltz. Some kind of orange candy. We're gonna find out real quick like. Effervescent Fizzy Candies. If you saw last month's, you know what happened last time when I had fizzy candies. Is there... Oh, there is sodium bicarbonate in here. So anyway, it's lemon and orange fizzy fruit candies. Alright, here we go. The last word we'd ever use to describe Italian food is boring. And that applies to their drinks too. No ordinary tap water here. Locals prefer beverages full of fizz and flavor. In Italian restaurants, every table is set with a bottle of fizzy mineral water or acqua frizzata. In fact, you have to ask specifically for non-frizzata if you do want flat water. Yes, please. I don't understand the fascination with fizzy water. Ugh. I've never been into it, and this makes me worried about what I'm about to eat. Walk into any shop and you'll see shelves brimming with an endless assortment of crisp flavored seltzers. No! Looking for something sweeter? No! I'm just not into this fizzy water thing. Anyway, there's no shortage of fun and fizzy Italian soft drinks. That's okay. From zesty lemon gazzosa to tangy orange aranciata. And let's not forget the country's delightfully bubbly sparkling wine, Prosecco, which, I don't drink wine either, so I'm just not on the map for any of these things. With their undying love for all things fizzy, Italians would naturally find a way to make their candy fizzy too. Inside these citrusy candies, you'll find a bright, bubbly powder that takes them from plain to effervescensational. Stop. I've thought we've agreed that you would stop it. Now he's staring at me. He's just gonna lay there and stare at me. You had your chance. He had his chance. Don't act like you didn't. You were there. You saw. Oh, so not only it's not orange at all, and it's also wrapped up in its own little wrapper in its little white paper. Ooh, it's fancy. That's gonna make. Oh well. How? All right. Well, it's a hard candy. I don't want to crunch it too soon. It's good. The hard candy part's good. Like, it's nice and orangey. You know? Nothing weird. I don't know how far down I have to go before I get to the middle. Just like the Tootsie Roll Pop. 3 licks and then chomp. Like that owl. That guy's a jerk. He ate that kid's lollipop. Alright. Let's cut to the chase. Ooh, ow. It's starting to leak out. There's like a little hole in here. I can feel kind of like a... kind of a bubbly stuff, like... I don't really know how to describe this. It's kind of tart on the tongue. So, I don't know if that's the flavor in the middle, squeaking out with the bubbly. I can hear, you probably can't, but I can hear it like bubbling in there. It's sour. It's supposed to be sour? More enjoyable than the German ones though. Because I don't taste the sodium bicarbonate. I feel like that's a big difference. Because I was eating those and I was like, ugh, and then it got weird. But this is actually kind of more fun. I still got the candy. It's very nice and orangey. And the bubbly stuff is just kind of, it's squeaking out. There's like holes that have just developed as, you know, as hard candy tends to do sometimes. And it's it's mixed in with whatever this is. I'm gonna be gone. Let's go ahead and crunch it. Ooh, there's more in there. I'll die. I'm just kidding. This is fine. This is good. It is bubbly. Still tastes okay, not overpowering. Still got the orange candy. I'm okay with this. I might still be a little burpy afterwards, but it won't be, I won't not like the flavor, if that makes sense, you know? When you burp and you're just like, ooh, I can taste that. Because it won't be pure sodium bicarbonate. So I do have a second one of these candies. I will actually eat that one. So this was good. So I'm fine with this. This has all worked out very well. So, okay. I'm not in panic mode anymore. I was freaking out. Like, I don't want to do it. Chocolate time. Oh, baby.
Made in Italy.
With pink. Product type. Cioccolato. Is it C? Like an S? Like C? Cioccolato latte. And Nocciole. Anyway, it's a milk chocolate with hazelnuts. So, aside from my Italian, which is probably not that great. Sorry, Italy. It's, Italy is nuts about nuts. And not just any nuts, Italian hazelnuts. Europe apparently has a thing for hazelnuts, whereas the rest of us, don't. I don't know. It's kind of interesting how certain things translate over and certain things just never make it. Particularly, the hazelnuts grown in Piedmont are prized throughout the country for their excellence and authenticity. In fact, Piedmont hazelnuts are the reason that Italy is the second largest hazelnut producer in the world. If you've ever had Nutella, you've already tasted them. Pretty good. I've had Nutella. And I've watched people experience Nutella for the first time. It's a magical thing. The superior quality of Piedmont hazelnuts is also the reason they're included in this particular chocolate bar. It's the mission of Italian chocolatier Cuorenero to create the highest quality chocolate using only the best, most sought-after ingredients around the world. Made with the freshest of Piedmont hazelnuts, along with the finest cocoa sourced from South America and West Africa. This creamy yum is as high quality and high in flavor as it gets. Hello. Welcome to my mouth. Please stay a while. It looks good. It's got that, like, nice, I'm gonna be a creamy bar of chocolate look. I don't know if you've ever looked at a bar of chocolate and had that thought before, but some of them you just tell, like, you just look at them and you just know. Oh my, it's bespeckled. Hold on, I must show you this beauty. We're gonna open up the whole thing, just so I can show you the whole bar, because I'm gonna eat the whole bar. So, oh, that's interesting. Huh. So this is the front. It's actually recessed. How odd. But the back, however, is very fun. It looks very crunchy. I'm already a fan. It smells delightful. Yes, please. Give me that good chocolate. Let's go ahead and... It doesn't break very evenly, but that's... whatever. How? Oh, it's actually not nearly as crunchy as I thought it was going to be. Like, at all. The nuts have gone a little wee bit soft in their immersion in the chocolate, which is fine. I mean, I'm not opposed to a nice crunchy bit of deliciousness in my chocolate bar, though. They do have just a little bit of... I wonder if there's any particular, like, reason for this design. It's very strange, the recessed thing. It means it gives you less chocolate, you know? Whatever. It's good, though. Very smooth. It's interesting. Don't get a whole lot of, like, hazelnut flavor, even though, like, they're in here, you know? Like, you're crunching them, but... not like you do when, say, you're eating, like, oh, I'm eating almonds, or, oh, I'm eating peanuts. It's just kind of like, it's just there. Interesting. Oh well, that's good chocolate. Getting them good cacao beans. So, I'm a fan. Well, alright, well, we've eaten everything in the box already. That was fast. I just went to town on this box. Italy, you were pretty tasty. I approve. Thank you very much. So let's have the clue to next month's box. While it looks at me sadly. Next month we'll visit a place that is old, and crafty, and creative, and so very cold. If you are hungry, just reach for their baskets of bread, or cinnamon chocolates, or unique pepper spreads. I don't have any idea. None of that helps me in any fashion. So it's gonna be a surprise. I'm thinking somewhere towards Russia? Either north, crafty and creative, very cold. Baskets of bread. Because initially I was thinking like maybe like kind of Norway, Icelandish, but I feel like the the cinnamon chocolates and pepper spreads kind of takes me back in. So I'm thinking somewhere near Russia-ish, kind of in that general area. Or I could be completely wrong. I might be really, really, really wrong. We'll never know. It'll be a surprise. But that'll be March. Thanks for joining me. If you want to subscribe, go for it. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm not here for... We're here for funsies. We're here for funsies, and me panicking over food, and me really enjoying food, and the tiny doggo being himself, among other things. So you do what you want to do. You do you. Have fun. Eat strange things. And, see you next month. Bonus yums! Again, let's take a detour. That's how that word goes. To Japan again. Thanks to my pals over at Build Up. More snacks! Basically, he went, would you like some chocolate chips? And I thought, like, a bag of them? I'm thinking I'm being offered like a random bag of Nestle Toll House chocolate chips, and I'm thinking, do you think I'm gonna make cookies? What's happening here? No, he meant literal chocolate chips. These are chips, Jaga Choco, and they're actually potato chips that are covered in chocolate. And, yeah, that's all it is. So we're gonna have some. And they are indeed. They look like Ruffles, and it smells like delicious chocolate. It's just like Ruffles. It's been dipped in chocolate, and it's, I'm all about it. So, yeah. How? It's not a thing I ever thought I'd be eating. Potato chips and chocolate. Who knew? Pretty good. I mean, you wouldn't think it. But, yeah. It works. How it works, I don't know. But it does work. It's good chocolate, too. It's not like, if you're cheap, whatever. I mean, for all I know it is, but it works with what they're doing. And there's a decent amount on there, too. Like, they aren't really playing around. It's just like, they've taken the chocolate chip and just, like, poured it all over. It just kind of pooled in some of them, which is nice. So it's kind of thick on there. Fun fact, I like these better than chocolate-covered pretzels. Never been a fan of chocolate-covered pretzels, but these, I ain't gonna put on these. These are good. It comes in a little cup. So yeah. No, not Jaga Choco. Is that what I said? I don't know. But that's what that. See if you can see. That means that's how it would be pronounced in Japanese. If you ever get the chance to learn any kind of Japanese, that's what those symbols mean. Anywho, it's stuck together. If you ever get the chance to try them, go for it. I'm sure Japan can't be the only place that has chocolate covered potato chips. This is the first time I've tried them, so I say it's a win-win situation.